1.5 million people attend Pride in London every year. The streets are filled with colour, noise, dancing and people from all walks of life turning out to see the famous parade.
It's a sheer variety, and also seeing the older generations finally being able to be free. You know, they paved the way for us.
It's both a celebration because we're in a country where we can do this, but it's also a protest.
It's one of the largest events the capital hosts each year. Tons of big corporations either sponsor the festivities or highlight LGBTQ+ colleagues on floats of their own. But in 2025, right across the country, prides are facing an uncertain future due to a drop in big-name funding.
Not surprised, because a lot of corporate sponsors just show up for the street credit, basically. But the ones who really matter and really care are obviously here today.
I can understand why they don't think it's necessarily right for them anymore. I'm always delighted to see companies represented. I'm always delighted to see their staff and their employees living their best lives.
While many big-name businesses continue to show their support for Pride, there's a sign that these drop in corporate sponsorships are having a real-term impact on the work these organisations do.
A recent survey of more than 85 Pride organisations found they've seen a reduction in partnerships. More than 40 of them said that the drop was at least a quarter less compared to last year. For the team who conducted the research, international corporations moving away from diversity, equity and inclusion policies is one of the driving forces behind it.
We are seeing that a lot of them are the global and national companies, the larger companies, mainly with their head offices based in the US. Now we know that Trump and his initiatives in the US of rollback on EDI has had an impact here in the UK. You know, they often say when America catches a cold, the UK sneezes, and I think that's very, very true of this. So we're starting to see that here. The impact of those cuts can be seen across the board. So what we have seen is Pride's unfortunately closing their doors this year, which has been really, really terrible to see. Multiple prides, including bigger prides like Liverpool, who you would think are in a bit more stable position, but unfortunately weren't.
Plymouth Pride is one of several events forced to cancel because of rising costs and difficulty securing funding.
I think the problem is we relied this year on the national funding, which we didn't receive. We get great buy-in from local organisations, but with everything that's happening globally, their purse strings are just getting tighter and tighter. They don't have the money that they used to be able to give out.
In London, with less of the big names involved, smaller businesses are still finding it is not only important for them, but profitable. It's this burger van's first London Pride event. A special menu has been curated, including the Freddie Mercury and the Melton John.
Larger businesses and corporations are pulling out of Pride, but you know, in future it's not something that we would ever consider not continuing celebrating. It's important for businesses like ourselves just to kind of show face and show up and just show that we're kind of part of the community.
Many Pride organisations are charities, some saying they're turning to ticketing events to keep it up and running. As bigger cities like London are still able to keep afloat, the fear for some small towns is that this year's Pride could be their last. Kim Fitzpatrick, ITV News.